Hey there, beautiful traders. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Desmond Samuel, and I am back with yet another episode of our weekly Forex Forecast. Now, this is a segment of my channel that I've actually put aside to coming on here every single weekend to give you guys the best trading setups for the weeks ahead, and then also take you guys down like a trade review on every single recent development across the board for the FX markets. All right. So without wasting any much time, and then by the way, if you're just seeing this video, if you're seeing this video, I'm assuming that you want to make money this Q4 this year for the remaining part of this year. You want to make that December money. All right. So I urge you to click the link in the description there to come to my Telegram community, subscribe to this channel, leave a like and comment, and then also watch through this video from the very start to the end, because I like to leave the best pairs for the absolute last. All right, so I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 pairs to talk about. Yeah, all of which I talk about in my previous videos. All right, so without wasting any much time here, the first pair on my list now is the euro dollar. So I have been calling this pullback for a very long time, and this is happening now. This is happening currently, and I kid you not, this pair is coming to 1.09000 region. So once this is tested nicely, we should rally into 1.145 thousand. And if this bar does not hold here, we should definitely blow through all the way to 1.22000. I know this is quite early to start saying these things, but trust me, this is what is on the card as we speak. All right. So we need to see a pullback on Euro USD all the way back down to 1.09500. And once this is balanced properly, you see the way the market created the demand level here, it has to come back and retest it and validate that demand level before we now start looking to the upside. All right. So we have the first level target here being this high right about 1.2410, and once this is breached, which it will definitely be breached, once it is breached, we have room all the way to the upside to 1.14500. All right, so we have about roughly plus or minus, we have about 500 pips to the upside, all right, on just pure bullish move. All right, so next pair on my list now is the pound dollar. That is the cable, commonly known as the cable. So similarly, the cable is also on its way to a pullback down to these regions of 1.28682. Now this might be looking like it is too far, but I kid you not, this is actually going to happen. This is actually going to pull in even deeper, because if I zoom out and go on the weekly time frame, now mind you, I'm a top-down analysis trader. I like to do my analysis right from the very, 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 very top time frame, like the monthly time frame. So all these levels you see here have been plotted for since. So these levels have been here for years. So I don't touch them for any reason. I only adjust the minor bars which you see here and here. However, when it comes to my key levels, I leave them. I leave them where they are, because these are levels that have proven over time after time, that the market technically tends to reverse or even take a pause or even tend to form a new trend around those levels, right? So now this is what the bar looks like here. We have the inverted Achilles pattern here, which is the shoulder here, head, neckline broken, and then this is pointing upwards, long story short. So we need to pull back into this bar right here, preferably here into this bar right here. So test it nicely before we now actually start looking to the upside. So first level target for the pound, once this is validated, is 1.32666. Now that sounds awkward. Then obviously second level target is 1.42000. Right now, I like to point out something for those of you guys who like to trade the counter trend. Let me see what I can do for you guys. Even though I do not really advise you guys to trade this way. I would really prefer you guys actually wait for the trend to actually align, like the pullback to actually align with the entire trend, which is bullish in this case. However, nothing here to see. Apparently, there's nothing here to see. So like I said, just wait for the market to pull back into 1.28500, and once this is done, we can now start looking for buying opportunities. Back to the euro. Let me see if you guys have any decent shorting opportunity. Probably maybe a pullback into this supply level here, and then we now start looking to short. However, long story short here, if you're actually short on this pair, best believe you need to be very, very careful, because market could easily spike up, as you can see here. So be very careful. However, it spiked up into the supply level here, which is, I mean, these things happen. All right, so this is a head and shoulders pattern here. Supply level was created here, and then the NFP numbers came out on Friday, and they spiked this guy up to test this supply level and then head lower. So I'm thinking the market could actually come back to the supply level before it actually continues lower. But whatever the case is with these pairs, please be careful because I'm only looking for long opportunities. I'm only looking for bullish trade setups, right? And then next up here is the pound card. So for the pound card here, it has a very similar setup to that of the GBPUSD. I'm actually looking to buy this guy. So any single pullback here is an opportunity for me to go long on this pair. I don't see myself actually doing any other thing apart from going long on this pair right here. Hold on a minute, guys. Yeah, so for the pound card, it has a very similar setup to that of the pound dollar. So we need to see a pullback to this 1.76000 region, and then we will now blow through all the way to, obviously the first level target here has to be the recent high, which is 1.78692, and then once this is brief, we have space to 1.82254. I like to adjust this to this 1.8200 region, this because this is a rounded figure here. All right, so this is 1.8200 region right there. So once this is clear, we have space. Obviously, we'll talk about this, some other time, which will be 1.92000 region. All right, so next pair now on my list is the Euro card. Okay, so the next pair now is the Euro card, which also has the similar structure to the pound card. However, for the Euro card here, we've already had our first actual retest that we're looking out for, and then we're just waiting for the pound card to just align perfectly. So for this pair here, we were actually waiting for the market to come back into this recently created demand level, which is somewhere around here. So this was the breakout first pullback rally, second pullback. All right, so that actually lined up perfectly with the entire thing. All right, so for this Euro card here, the take profit point is 1.15 1.51500. So once this is clear, we have space all the way to the upside, right about 1.58000 region. All right, here. So that is that for the Euro card as well. All right, so moving on to the next pair now, we have the USD card. So for the USD card here, so from the weekly time frame, this is what the USD card breakdown looks like. So we've had this head and shoulders pattern here, which is still forming actually. So I put this bar here because this is the next supply level that I was actually looking at. Long story short here, this shouldn't be here in the first place. So now we have actually broken out of this trend line here, which is first touch, second touch, and then we're actually out of it. What we should be looking for here is a very decent pullback. Okay, so decent pullback to recent broken levels. All right, so this is, if you look within here, we have two supply levels here. This is the first one here, first, second. So this is the first level here, which was tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times here. And then on the inside here, we have this minor supply level here, which is also created here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 region here. So we had a decent breakout of this particular range right here, which is somewhere around here. And what we are actually waiting for right now is a pullback into that supply level. Okay, so if you look closely, this is exactly what I'm talking about here. Scaling down to the daily time frame, we have what we call a range breakout. All right, so this is what's happening right here. So we need to see the market pull back into this supply level here, which is somewhere around here. So once this is done, now the reason as to why I chose this particular level as compared to this is because if you look at what the DXY is doing here, if you measure the length of the pullback, you can clearly see that the market could very much easily break back into this particular bar and come and test this level. However, if that doesn't happen, we are actually on course to the downside. So what you need to do is watch out for these two levels here. So either this level holds or this holds. Okay, if this holds, all well and good. If it doesn't hold yet, then definitely the second one will hold. All right, but But long story short here, the prime target here remains down. So I very much wait. I very much wait for the pair to pull back into this particular range right here. So I'm looking at the 1.137522 region. So once this is all said and done, I'll be back to let you guys know when this pair is actually ready to actually start printing money. So it's very, very easy, guys. Just patient all. All right, so guys, for the USD card here, I'm actually waiting for the market to pull back into this 1.1.37325 region. Then once this is all said and done here, the market should actually start rotating all the way back to 1.32000 region. I see no reason as to why that shouldn't happen. And then if this bar right here around the 1.3200 region fails to hold, we have space all the way to the downside at 1.2000 that which is this is the rounded figure here 1.2000 here. All right, so the next pair on my list now is AUDUSD. All right, so for AUDUSD here, it's very, very simple. AUDUSD here has been showing some bullish trend so far so good. And speaking about bullish trend here, this is looking like an inverse head and shoulders pattern here. Now this is the weekly time frame, mind you. So this has successfully put in a head. This is the right. This is the left shoulder here, and the market could be coming in to put in a right shoulder before actually blow through to 0.7000, which happens to be my prime target for AUDUSD. Now a lot of people have been on Twitter bashing, thinking that this is just all fallacy. However, for me, I don't really like to argue with people. I like to let the market just decide. All right, the market is what's going to prove us right anyway. So at the end of the day, I'm not here to compete with anybody. My business here is to come on YouTube, share my trading journey with you guys, teach you guys the little I know, and then help you guys navigate this path a bit more efficiently and then somewhat easy for you guys, because I've been there before. I've made all the mistakes in the book. I've made all the mistakes in the book, and I'm just here to simplify this process for you guys. Once again, I'm not here to compete with you guys. I don't believe in competition. I can't even compete with you guys because I'm on a different path entirely with my trading business. So long story short, so I wish everyone out there all the best, and may all your wishes come to pass for yourself. For AUDUSD here, once again, I'm actually looking for a decent pullback into 0.65662 region. Once this is all tested, because this is held in the past 1, 2, 3. All right, so we need a decent pullback here before rally all the way through to 0.700 region for AUDUSD. All right, so NZD-USD also, on the other hand, has to give us a deeper pullback, a more meaningful pullback per se. I need to see this guy drop deeper into the 0.6000 region here. This is a bit more convincing for me to actually come and start looking for buying opportunities on NZD-USD. Aside that, I'm not really interested in this pair. If it doesn't pull back down here, I don't see myself enticed by this at all. I need to see this guy pull back deeply into 0.6000 region. And this is also how I need you guys to approach trading. Yeah, you need to come with your own game plan. You must come with your own A game. You must also put down set conditions that the market has to meet, not you meeting the conditions. The market has to meet your conditions and then align with your trading plan and rules before you actually come on here to execute. I kid you not, guys. If you come and want to play by the market rules, you will lose. Do you understand? The market has to come and fulfill every single criteria in your book. Now, it doesn't matter if the trade is a win or a lose. You need to, or a win or a loss. You need to understand that if you follow your plan, it is it's a game of probabilities. Do you get what are the odds? You feel me? This is even a lot better than those who gamble, who do all this sports betting. This is a lot easier. You feel me? So at least you're in charge of the capital. You feel me? So long story short here, just follow your rules, follow every single rule that you set, your trade plan as well, and then also allow the market take care of the outcome. Don't be too worried about the outcome. Execute your trades. When you see an opportunity, jump on it, execute your trade. If it aligns to your conditions and your plans, execute and keep executing, guys. All right, so for NZD-USD, we need to say this and pull back to 0.6000 region, and then we'll blow through to 0.63500 here. So for AUDUSD, it has been a very dull market. It's just been ranging in here, just wasting time, just God knows what. However, now it is starting to break down here, which is also one of the pairs that I called out to you guys. We've been very bearish on this guy. Once again, you can go over and watch my previous episodes of my weekly outlook. This will also help you learn how I trade. All right, it's easy peasy. So now we have a double top breakout of the neckline here. So what we need to see is a decent pullback to this supply level here. Once you see a decent pullback into this particular zone right here, then this is very decent. This will be the best place to actually look for to add to your positions if you're not already short this pair. All right. So for those of you guys who are short this pair here, wait for the market to come back and test this and then head lower, then you now break even. You feel me? Let it come back and test this and head lower before you now break even. Now, for those of you guys who are actually here to hop on the trading, you need to see the market come back into the 0.57000 region. Once it is tested and approved, what I mean by approved is you're going to see something like this, an engulfing candle, daily engulfing candle that engulfs the previous two candles, or you see an entry candle which happens to be like a rejection or maybe a pin bar like this. You need to see this kind of thing happen. All right. So once that happens, this is the presence of selling pressure here, and then this is also selling pressure. This is also selling pressure. So once that happens, you can come and enter the trade. Obviously stops above here, and then TP is all the way down here. All right. So next panel on my list is gold. Gold is starting to break down, as I actually spoke to you guys about in my previous weekly outlook, which is something I just said. Now, you guys, I urge you guys to go back and watch my previous weekly outlook so that you learn how we got here. I've been calling this pairs out since last year. All right. I have documented the entire process for you guys to learn from my mistakes. I think I've only had like maybe one losing trade this entire year. 2024, believe me, one losing trade only. So that is incredible. So do yourself a favor and go over and watch my previous episodes, especially the previous one. All right. So the most recent one actually. So gold long story short has to come into 2,440 come again, $2,440 an ounce for gold, and then we should actually keep going higher to 2,600, which is the first level target, and then subsequently we should blow through all the way to 3K. All right, so I have plans on gold. I have plans for gold. Gold has to come in and give me a third touch of a trend line here. Let it bounce off of my trend line here, and once it's all said and done here, I can easily come on here and hop on this trade right from this point here from 2,440 dollar per ounce. We should actually head to $2,600 per ounce. The next pair now is the dollar index. So this is like the chief orchestrator of everything. However, let me just skip this and go to silver. Let me look at let's talk BTC first. So for BTC, I said to you guys that BTC was definitely headed lower to $44 per coin, and I don't know who was calling the bottom here. However, long story short, I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to compete with anybody. I'm not arguing with anybody. You cannot compare my trading to anybody because mine is totally different. All right, mine is a lot more comprehensive, and I give you guys what these gurus charge you $1,000 for. I give you guys for totally free. All right, so long story short here, BTC is headed lower. And for those of you guys who have actually missed a selling opportunity, what you need to do is wait for the market to pull back into 60K region. So once this level here is tested nicely, we should actually see further dips on this pair here. All right, so wait for the market to come in and test this particular supply level that was created here, which is around the $59,000 per coin region, and then once this is tested and all approved, we should dip lower all the way to 40K per coin here. This is my prime target for BTC. So it's gonna look something like this. It just comes on here, tests, and then drops. Okay, so that is exactly how it's gonna look like. So watch out for that, and then obviously maximize every single opportunity you get. Nasdaq has been a very good boy. Nasdaq has been melting, like I said in my previous weekly Forex outlook, which is something I urge you guys to go back and watch so you learn how I call out these pairs and you learn how I trade. All right, so Nasdaq has been melting from our recent supply level here, which is decent. So kudos to you guys that took the trade. Thumbs up to the brave ones that took the trade. However, long story short, we are actually watching closely to see how we move from here. So we could easily come into this demand level right here where the market bounce off of. We could actually come on there, or we could actually reverse from there. So either ways, I'm watching these guys closely, and I'll be back next weekend to let you guys know the recent development, like what's up so far. But for me personally, I'm still bullish Nasdaq. Nasdaq is going to head to 23,000 basis points, either this Q4 or Q1 of 2025. Next panel on my list would be silver. Silver has been fulfilling every single criteria that I did not want to see it fulfill. However, I knew it was going to happen because we needed to see the market come back and test the demand level that was actually broken here and created. So yeah, it is what it is. So long story short, for silver, we are actually out of the downtrend. We are actually pointing up. As a matter of fact, this could easily be a breakout, and then a breakout of the downtrend line to come back and test it. I see no reason as to why you should be panicking. I'm still very bullish on this guy, provided that the dollar remains bearish. I'm very bullish on this guy. So we could even see two things here. Either the market comes in here to test this recently created demand level here and then rally from here, or the market comes into 26.449 dollars an ounce for silver and then rally from here. Either ways, I'm very bullish on this guy. We are actually targeting $35 per ounce for silver. All right. So the next point here is the S&P 500. So for S&P 500, is also a decent pullback for you. For those of you guys who were wise enough to listen to me, I sent this trade call here, and then I also sent it to my Telegram community members. I said, listen, this is how supply and demand works. Once a supply level holds in the future, it will most likely hold. Chances of that not holding are quite slim. All right. So as you can see, despite the trend here, the market even reversed all the way from here. So these things happen. It is very normal. All right. However, now this is how things look on S&P 500. If this neckline gets broken here, like if this, so the market could easily reverse from here, or it reverses from this point. So these two levels. However, eventually the market comes in to break this neckline here. We could actually dip lower into 4,700 basis points. And when this is all said and done, we are actually headed higher to 6,400 basis points, which has been my prime target for the best of this year. All right, for the best part of this year, I've been calling it the S&P 500 to 6,400 basis points. So Yahoo Finance, Bloomberg, you're hearing this first. If this neckline gets broken here, we have space all the way to 4,700 basis points. And once this is all said and done, we should actually rally to 6,400 basis points for the S&P 500. For US oil, yeah. So for crude oil here, we've been shorting crude oil for a very long time. I actually called out crude oil right from I think this region around here. I called out this pair, been shorting this guy since, and then he came on here, created this decent sweet supply level here, which the market obviously will go back to retest and revalidate this level, and then it has started melting decently. So even in the course of melting, it came on here to even create another supply level here, which is somewhere around here. So supply levels after supply levels will always lead to more downside. All right. So the more supply levels get created and the more they get validated, the more the downward pressure. So long story short, this is where we stand for the US oil so far, and we're actually moving this guy all the way from here to his bottom. So we need to see the pair pull back into $74 per barrel. And once this is all said and done here, guys, we should dip. So prime target remains $66 a barrel. And once this is clear here, we have space all the way to $54.789 a barrel, if and only if this level gets cleared. All right. Now I can see that from the weekly time frame here, things look a bit different. Although I am super bullish on this guy, but we have to trade what the market is doing at the moment while hoping and waiting for the market to actually align with its overall trend. So we could eventually come here to put in actually let me show you guys this from the monthly time frame, so it looks a bit clearer and a bit more squeezed. So you guys have the whole long thing in one particular picture frame. All right, so this is how things look here for this pair. This is looking like a double top in a downtrend. So we could easily come in here to put in a right shoulder here, right about maybe 44, around $50 per barrel, because I like to use 50 because that is a rounded figure. The market likes to rotate and melt and roll over towards rounded figures. All right, also rally and then just roll and just keep going to rounded figures. So we have $50 per barrel here for US oil. So if this neckline gets broken, which is this high looks, let me get rid of this. Sorry, pardon my line, guys. When it comes to trading oil, man, you have to be very meticulous. if you know what I mean. So long story short, this is a decent demand level that we're actually melting towards. So if the market if the market comes back and after testing this neckline here, if it comes back into this $68 a barrel and then it breaks below here, we have space all the way to $44 a barrel for crude oil, because this would now further create that and validate that this left shoulder and right shoulder phenomenon, and then we can actually continue heading higher on S and on the crude oil. I see no reason as to why this should be a source of concern, because the market is just doing what the market wants to do. However, we could easily, rotate after coming into the $68 a barrel region. So I'm not here to predict the market. I'm just here to react to whatever the market does. So this is a double top here. So this is the neckline here. So once this is broken here, we have more space to downside. That is just what it looks like technically. All right. So scaling down to the daily time frame here, this is how things look. From daily time frame perspective, we have enough room to the upside to actually, let this guy come into around that $74 a barrel for oil. And once this is done here, we will actually come here to short this guy. So this is how things should look. We need to see this guy come into this bar right here. Actually, maybe these guys to be too fat. So once this is done here, we actually have space to $66 a barrel for crude oil. And when all is said and done here, I'll be back like I always do on YouTube to let you guys know what one. So you guys know where we stand and then where we are actually headed to. You feel me? So this is why I urge you guys to subscribe to my channel, because I give you guys free gem, free juice. Guys, share my channel link, share this video link to anybody you know that will benefit from this on your WhatsApp status, on your Instagram stories, on your Twitter, your Telegram, because I know you guys have other Telegram communities. You guys are Forex hoes. You guys have other Telegram communities that you're not getting with. So send them their link, send them the link of this video, let them learn as well, and then also God bless you as you do. Next panel on my list would be yada yada. I was thinking about our Ethereum, but Ethereum has been very nasty lately. So the last panel should be the XY. So the yen pairs are not ready. Believe me, they're not ready yet. So let's just skip them for now. So for the last panel on my list is the dollar index. So justifiably, so this guy is the orchestrator of this whole shenanigans happening in the forex market. So we need to see this guy pull back in here. You guys know that when the dollar is weaker, the euro dollar, the pound dollar, the AUDUSD, the NZD/USD, the rest of the USD pairs rally. You feel me? The XSS/USD pairs rally, and the inverse is the case for the USD XSS pairs, like the USD card and the yada yada whatnot. Those ones actually melt as the other pairs rally. So this is something called correlation. So you have the inversely correlated and the positively correlated pairs. So long story short here, we need to see the market come into this created supply level here, which is somewhere around 104 region. So once this is all said and done, because this also lines up perfectly with my Fibonacci. You guys know me by now that I do nothing without Fibonacci. Feel me? I wake up, I eat, I sleep, Fibonacci. So trust me, if Fibonacci was a shorty, I would stick to Fibonacci. If Fibonacci was a woman, I would definitely be Fibonacci. So 104 region, I'm just joking by the way, 104 region targets for the XY. So once it's all said and done here, we should actually see this guy melt lower. And also I still maintain my prime target on the dollar index. If the 100.514 region gets broken, we have space all the way to 95.110, which was a past demand level that till today has not been tested, guys. Till today, this level here has not been tested. And you guys know that whenever the market plays around like this, it most likely has a technical criteria that it wants to fulfill that you and I may not necessarily see. But in this case, call me for example, so market gonna play with me. You feel me? So the market is not gonna play with me at all. So I have space all the way to the downside, right about 95.110 region here for the DXY. So once the market clears this blue bar here, we have space to the downside, and I'll be back to let you guys know what going. All right, so peace out. This is the end of this episode for us. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Share this video to everyone, like I said earlier. And be sure to go over and watch my previous episodes so you learn the step-by-step principles and the procedure and every single thing I implement to get myself a trading objective. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for sticking to the end. My name is Desmond Samuel, and feel free to reach me via email, feel free to reach me in my Telegram community. I'll leave my social handles in the comment section pinned as the first comment here. Feel free to sign up to use my recommended broker, which happens to be Hexness, which the link will also be there in the comment section there. All right, so thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you guys next weekend. Be sure to trade safe and make sure that you bulk up, save up this money, because Q4 is gonna be crazy. I kid you not. All right, so thank you guys and peace.